All right. Hello, everybody. Hey, it's May 14th, and this is kind of a live Alovea Pros training. And of course, I've got a bunch of people watching and listening to this live. And in the chat room, you can say hi, or even if you have any questions. This recording, we're going to put into the app. And I'm going to be showing you the app here today. And this will be great if you are a pro, if you're a brand new pro, if you're a coach or trainer, athlete, healthcare professional. Um, I'm going to show you some parts of the app that I don't think people realize how powerful it is. But this will also be great for any of our social business partners listening as well, because this will be great for everyone. If we haven't met yet, my name is Craig Smith. Many of you get emails from Ann Smith on the Alovea Pros. Of course, Ann and I are married. We're proudly involved with Alovea and helped develop the Alovea Pros program with the founder, Sam Castor, who's actually on here listening. Hello, Sam. And with other great folks from this company. And, you know, this is one of the things we've been talking about Alovea, and Sam talked about this last week, is if you think about who we are as a company, of course, our mission is to nourish the world, and how we're nourishing the folks is we're nourishing people with our fundamental health products based with our Ace Man and in all of our products. And our job is to grow that consumer base. And how we grow that consumer base is a few different ways. We have influencers and people that are influencers and affiliate sellers, and they're sharing the products. And those products are being sold around the world because of that in very big numbers. We have this other pillar. So think of it kind of like a a three-legged stool. We have a lot of people that are just sharing the products with friends and families, and they're building teams and teams of teams. And some of those folks are on here today. And then we have this third pillar of the company called Alovea Pros. And this is that unique program where the company partnered with and said, look, we have products that make sense for professionals that have professional backgrounds as coaches or trainers or healthcare professionals. And athletes. And because of their reputation, because of what they've achieved in their life, they have a level of credibility. And for their credibility to be shared with Alovea, Alovea as a whole wins. If there's a like-mindedness, and if there's this kind of connection between the two. No different than how top athletes in the world get sponsored by companies. And even myself as a tennis pro, I was a tennis pro for most of my younger life. And as a teaching pro, it was very important for me to be, sponsored by Adidas and Wilson. I loved being sponsored. I was proud to be sponsored by those companies. I loved getting some free products. So there was this sense of excitement around that, but it also helped me from a business perspective too. So same thing with the Alovea Pros program. This is designed to offer value to the coaches, trainers, athletes, healthcare professionals, and it supports them because they can offer value to their patients, their clients. They can generate new revenue, which is very exciting from a small business standpoint. And of course, they get to be part of seeing how this ripple grows our overall buy one, nourish one, and nourishing kids, which I'm going to show you on the app in a second. And for Alovea, Alovea wins because not only is more product being sold through their customers, but also we get to share that name, image, and likeness. We have so many people with such great credibility who are coaches and trainers and athletes that because they have raised their hand and said, yes, I choose Alovea for this reason, we all get to leverage that benefit. We all get the value and that credibility. And it's been amazing to see how the program's been growing, but we're just at the beginning stages of taking it to the next level. So I want to share some of the things that we shared in Dallas. I want to share the app. I'm going to share my screen in a moment so you can see that as well and really effectively. And one of the big reasons we're really launching this is because you guys heard about it, is we're launching the new hydration breakthrough technology, where we're going to be partnering with not only the USPA, which is the US Paddle Association, the World Paddle ratings platform. We already have some of the best players in the entire country, like Nico Argatelli. That adds huge credibility. So for every sporting reason, every gym, the hydration world is big. It's different than the energy space. Remember, hydration and energy are kind of, they're two components now. So the hydration world is going to be hit with something that's never happened before. Combining electrolytes with Ace Mannan is such a breakthrough. And throughout the next month, as we roll this out in June, you're going to hear more and more trainings on why this is such a breakthrough. But we also have to make sure we're ready to support the pros in getting this product and all Alovea products into your different, offices, pro shops, gyms, whatever structure that may be. Okay, so we're going to go through a bunch here in about 30 minutes time frame. I do want to show this first. I'm going to just kind of share my screen. This is what we shared in Dallas. So here were a couple of the key updates that we talked about. Many of you got the email. If you are a pro, that email goes to you directly. We're taking that email and we'll post it on different Facebook groups as well. So if you're not a pro, you think, oh, I want to get that email, you'll still be active to be able to see it through the Facebook groups. But this will go to every active pro and every 2 weeks. So we're showcasing things that are happening. We're going to highlight new pros that have just joined. We're going to highlight pros success stories. I see Mindy on here. You talk about somebody who went from trying a product, dramatically changing her life. We did this the other day. Oh, shoot, where's her book? Here's her other book. It changed her life so much. She's written 2 books about it and has built a phenomenal Alovea Pro's business and generating a ton of volume. I think she's 20 or 40K, and you can see the impact that she's had. Well, we have a lot of pros like that, so we want to showcase those stories. We're going to be doing these ongoing training calls. So the whole goal of why we're doing these calls, because we know coaches, trainers, athletes, healthcare professionals, and everybody are so busy, they don't have extra time. So we'll do these recordings, we'll post them in the app so people can watch them, but we want to help pros become great at getting customers. So once a pro says, yes, they want to be sponsored, well, we want to help those pros use their affiliate link and get customers, because what we've found is, pros who are starting to get 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 customers every single month purchasing, well, that all of a sudden pays attention to that, because not only are they getting free products, not only are they sponsored, but now they're also making a couple $1,000s a month. And that starts to, kind of like, oh, that's interesting. And if you think of it, some of our top Alovea most successful people are influencers, people and people who are affiliates who are driving massive customer volume. And our CEO, Sam Castor, talked about the why this program works is because the company changed how they reward and how they pay out through affiliate programming. So it's a very, very successful, very strong, and very wealthy program for affiliates to drive customer volume. So as an Alovea Pro, you're kind of like a VIP affiliate. You get a bunch of things, you get a bunch of free things, but now you can build this customer base with your affiliate link. So we're going to show you today how to give that affiliate link, and we're going to announce how you even be able to print things that are custom with that link in a very simple way. We did launch a new getting started email. So when a pro now joins, so we had a couple this week, once they sign up, once they go ahead and get the system set up, they will get a new email that's going to walk them through how to get started. And there's a link that will take you right there. And then, of course, we're going to have the new custom pros printable, and that's going to be for all social business partners as well. By the way, if you are a pro, I'll just do a quick pause here. Of course, one of the things, we have a pro here named Wendy Morrow. She's phenomenal. She's been with us for a long time. We know her extremely well. She's actually now hired to help manage the whole pros program because it's growing. So we're very excited that this is the level of intention and focus and area of growth that we see this program. So Anne, myself, Wendy, and we have the Alovea team back in Dallas that are all supporting the growth of this program, because we see this getting to the point where we see a pro joining, not every day, we see multiple pros joining every day, and tens of thousands of customers coming through this incredible group. So by the way, if you are a pro and haven't had your introduction story and would like to share a story, if you scan this right now or take a screen capture of this, you can fill out this form, and Wendy will work on developing a really cool introduction for you. One of the big things is we're doing a lot of updates to the website. There's some great videos on there I'm going to show in a moment. So I'm going to walk you through that in a moment. Our new welcoming pros. So we have a new structure. You're going to see the social media channel change a fair amount starting this week. We have some that are about to come up. The colors are changing. And the reason is as you go through, and actually let me just kind of pause there. I'll go over to the actual Instagram page so you can see it. So let's go over to the Instagram page. Here we go. So as you can see right now, when pros are joining, this is, first of all, if you didn't know this exists, this is a great thing to follow. So it's Instagram.com/Alovea Pros. And you have a lot of great little video clips. But we're also going to use this to introduce and welcome the new pros, but it's going to be a different color. So these are great. These are short little clips. So if you click on this, you'll see a short little video. And these are typically really powerful stories and messages. So as a pro and as a social business partner, if you haven't watched these, I would go scroll through these and watch the different short videos. You got people with huge credibility, huge testimonies, powerful stories around what they're doing. Personal trainer, Carrie Skinner's talking about, I love the focus, and she talks about why. You've got Aaron here, you've got, somebody talking about who's a yoga instructor talking about how the products have impacted their life. And it just goes on and on and on. So this is a powerful tool, but can you imagine if you're swiping through and you see all these different, so if you're talking to somebody who's a doctor, well, in everyone that's green, you can say, these are all the healthcare professionals that have now joined. So that's why we're restructuring the Instagram page so it can be used as a way for, kind of really social proof that you can show people. Or we believe one of the biggest markets we're going to grow is NIL athletes. These are the NCAA name, image, and like contracts and athletes. We already have a whole bunch. We probably have about 15, but I believe we're going to have 1,500 over a period of time. And how amazing is it going to be to partner with thousands of young student athletes and get them inspired on drinking Alovea Edge and some of our other products, having Ace Mannin in their body at a young age, and the benefits of our technologies, and them sharing it with others. It can create such a massive ripple. And of course, all of our coaches, trainers, and athletes. So look for that starting this week. Also, our podcasts are just growing and growing. We're seeing more and more of these podcasts being shared with more and more people. This is a powerful tool. We're going to actually build a bit of a kind of like a grid showing you which podcasts are great with which stories. But we highly recommend you watch these podcasts. So if you go to youtube.com/, here, I'll show you this, at Alovea Pros. And one, if you haven't subscribed, you definitely want to subscribe. So to do that, you have to have, if you haven't subscribed to YouTube channel, I'll walk you through that. You can see here, we're already at almost now 18,000 video plays. And all of these videos, if you click on videos, you'll see all the podcasts that have been done. We've got more lined up, but every pro that signs up and gets going, we want to do a podcast with. So if you are a pro here today and haven't registered, send an email to wmorrow@tembohg.com. So that's TEM. I'll show it to you in a second. So, but you want to set that up. So when wmorrow@tembohg.com, and we'll get that set up, because these are powerful. And then we turn these into shorts where we have these short little powerful clips. And what you'll find is these are great things to share with other clients, to share with customers, to share with other social business partners as well. So that being said, that was some exciting new things that we've rolled out. And this is, let me show you the actual Pros website for a second. So if you haven't been to the Pros website recently, you'll see it's changed a fair amount. So you can send them either to Alovea Pros, or if you want to send them directly to, if you only say you're dealing with a coach, you could send them to aloveaPros.com/coaches. And it's going to go directly to the coaches page to learn more. And there's a great video with somebody in this category that explains how it works. Say if you want to send somebody to directly to the healthcare professionals, you can send them to HP, so health professionals, aloveapros.com, HP. And this whole page looks and is geared around, and this is a video with Mindy talking about it from a healthcare perspective. You'll see a bunch, and these are all different healthcare professionals. and you'll start to see now all of the videos. Anybody who does have a podcast, it will go on the overall channel of all the pros. And then, of course, there is the NIL athletes. Theirs is a little bit different. You can send them to aloveapros.nil. The other thing you can do is if you want to explain how this program works, if you just send them to aloveapros.com/about, this walks through, it goes through a video that kind of explains how the whole program works, a little bit of information, and then they can click on which of their categories here. So, and as you'll see here, this will give you direct access to our YouTube channel, Instagram, and Facebook page. Okay, that was a lot of stuff, but here's the real meat and potatoes of what we're talking about today is one of the benefits that a pro gets. Let me just kind of do this really quickly so you don't see a gazillion text messages coming through as we're doing this. One of the things that you get as an Alovea Pro is the app. And so do every social business partner gets this app. So it's called Alovea Global. And in our new Getting Started page, let me kind of show you the Get Started. I'll share the screen so you can actually see it. So we teach all of the pros to make sure you download the app. Now, if you do have a problem, somebody just reached out, said they had a problem. It doesn't happen often. You can always call the number here and they can help guide you on it. But you should be able to just simply go and look, we've got, all you have to do is click on the buttons here to download the app. So you will sign in. You want to do the one that's called Alovea Global, and it's that simple. And it's free. So that's another huge benefit. But I want to show you something on the app, because if our goal is to help you as a pro create a very simple way that you can transition a client or a customer or a patient and be able to share products with them, because you get a bunch of free products so you can sample a product, but you want to be simply just be able to give them either a virtual card or a card. It's got your QR code. You get you can give them a 10% discount on their first order, and that's it. You want to be really simple in being able to help them out. So we have something on our app that's really, really powerful. So let me go ahead and I'm going to share my screen and show you directly from my phone. So let's see, I'm just opening this up here and I'm going to open up the app. Oh, I realize I have to do this first. Okay, there we go. Perfect. So I'm going to share my screen so you can see my phone, if I can share my screen. There we go. All right, so you should be able to see just my phone now. And you'll see I have a bunch of stuff. I have way too many Slack messages there, but I can open up my app. And by the way, this is a little trick I do. I put my app right into my main bar, so I always see Alovea right there in center. So when you open it up, you'll be able to create your own image, and this is where we're going to spend a bunch of our time today. But what's really cool about this landing page is you can see more about the products, social media, like you got your menu bar at the top, but if you scroll down, you'll see your Ripple. So the company actually tracks the overall number of donations that are donated on your behalf because you have customers. So this here is your personal impact is your own personal orders, your customers, and then if you're building teams of teams, say if you've introduced this to other coaches. A coach just signed up the other day. They were introduced from a coach who introduced another coach, or sorry, pro. An Alovea Pro introduced another pro who introduced another pro. So pros can share this with as many other people that they wish. And the company is at 67 million servings. Now, Ann and I are way at the top because we help, we were here right at the very beginning of this company. But there's something more rewarding to think, like, I love, because I was a tennis coach, I loved helping people with forehands and backhands, but I love building the values of excellence in life, and I loved giving back. And so to be able to be part of a brand or a sponsorship where the company that sponsored me also is giving back and showing the impact I'm having, this is really cool. By the way, we do have some clubs now that are starting to show their Ripple. So this is a really cool thing that you may want to do, is get a little counter. Maybe it's at the welcome, maybe you could put it beside your products and always update it in different ways. So use that as a fun kind of experience. But I'm going to go to this website this app has something very cool, and this is called your My Site. So it allows you to build the site the way you want, and then you can create your own QR code. And I'm going to show you what the site looks like, and I'm going to show you how you can use the my site code. So when you click on my site, you can form this site any way you want. So you can change different colors and backgrounds. So they give you a handful of different designs. So let's say I'm going to go with more of this minimalistic style. So it shows a different style here. I can hit cancel that. Say if I want more of a blue style or whatever that style is. So it made this button really pop out. So that might be something. So let's say I'm not going to change it for now, but you can change it to what you would like. You can click preview. So I've already set one up. I'm going to show you what it's like, but I want to show you how you create this. And this last one here, this button, is the most important thing, because you can create multiple buttons within this site. And where the buttons go, what we want to do is get really good at building pre-built shopping carts. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. So let's go ahead and go to preview this site. So this is the one I've already put together. You can put any picture you want. You can put your business name. You could put, you could put whatever description of why you are doing this. Maybe you could put the recommendations, and then you can have a bunch of buttons here. Now I just have one here as the best starter pack, and I've pre-built a shopping cart with focus, fix, and fuel. And I've put the PDFs right in there, and I put a video on what is AceMan and what is immune. So now all of a sudden, when I'm giving out my QR code, they're going to this, and it looks clean, it looks professional, and there's a very simple process. When they click order, and it goes directly to a shopping cart that's pre-built, and you'll see it's shopping with Ann and Craig. So it's pre-built. It's got these 3 things in it. All they have to do is they could enter the Hope 10 and hit apply code or proceed to checkout, and they're off to the races. So that is a pretty cool, powerful way of being able to share your site. And like maybe you're somebody who just focuses on immune. Maybe you're somebody who focuses on immune limitless. Maybe you're somebody who focuses on a targeted health stack, or you're somebody who focuses on OptiPack and core. Whatever your kind of core focus is, you can build this site. And what I recommend is whatever key products you're doing, you can then build what you put in here. I'm going to show you how to do that really quickly. So, and then I'm going to show you how to create your pre-saved site. So those are the 2 things I'm going to show. So first of all, how do you change your profile? You just click on profile. You can change your image. You can write whatever you want. That's pretty easy. Now the my site content, how do you change this? Well, let's say, first of all, let's say this is in here. I can move any of this around in different directions. So I can do it on, maybe I can do it on my phone. I'm trying to figure out why it's not happening here. Okay, so this kind of shows you, if you click on it, what's there, but you can change the direction. See, it says drag to rearrange. So we can drag these. If we don't want something on, let's say I don't want to have this anymore, I've removed it with the little arrow. Now, if I want to add new things in here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the site, and I'm going to go to either the products, social media, or video. So under products, it'll list out the products, and here's the different assets that we can build. So this is where I added fuel. So I'm going to add fuel back to this. I click on this little 3 buttons, and I'm going to say play on my site. So I'm going to click on this, and now it's added back to that. Let's add one other one so it gives you an example. Let's say I want to go to some of these really cool social media images, and I want to add one a little bit more around the power of energy and recovery. I'm going to go ahead again and add that to my site. And let's add one more video just for the fun of it. Let's kind of go down to the videos. You'll see there's a bunch of different videos. Let's say I really like this one with, let's see, I want to add a video. And by the way, there is videos under these products as well. So say like on the fuel part, if I wanted to do a little bit more on fuel, I could add this video here, and I've added it to my link. So now let's go back to, I'm going to the top right corner, I'm going to click. So anytime you want to get to this, you can go to the home page, but in the top right corner, click on your little image, and it's going to bring you back to your profile. From here, click on my site. And now you're going to see I have a lot more content. So see all the different content in here, and I can move it in any direction I want. And when I go ahead and hit preview, now I'll send all these additional assets are here. So now, does this take a minute to set up? Yes. Is it worth it? 100%. And here's one of the reasons. Once you get this set up properly, you can go to this page here and go ahead and actually just take this and screen capture it and save it. So one of the things I did, and oh, it's going to stop sharing screen for a second. Let me go ahead and show you on the images. So I saved this on my phone. So the reason why this is on my phone is I can easily just text this to somebody. If I'm working with somebody on the court, and rather than giving out a paper form, I can just say, hey, I'm going to text you the QR code so they have it, or you can just hold it up and they can just on their phone right away do it. So that makes things really, really, really simple. Next, what I want to show is how do you create that saved cart? So to make the saved cart, it's really simple. It's, you see where it is right here. So you're going to go to alovea.com. So go ahead and go to the website. So this is just alovea.com. Now I'm already logged in, but let's say, let me log out for a second. So when you go to alovea.com, you're going to get to the page here and it's going to say sign in. So when you sign in, you click sign in. Okay. You'll have your username and password. So I'm saving mine and it's going to go back to the website. So it may not look like anything's changed, but there's something big that has changed. And that's this. It doesn't say sign in anymore. So one is you can click on my account. This shows all of your auto ship orders. This is now where you can change and place your auto ship orders. You can log into your back office. But when you set up a pre-saved shopping cart, you come over here. You click on shop. So you actually build yourself a shopping cart on what you want to save. So let's say I want to create one that's focused on limitless. I'm going to add it to the cart. And let's say I'm going to, there it is. You can see it added to the cart. And just for the fun, let's say I'm going to build one with just limitless. So I'm going to click on view cart. So when I click on view cart, it's going to show me my cart. And look at this blue button. It says save cart. Now you'll see, here's my current save carts. I have one already pre-saved, but I'm going to save this one. It asks you to give it a name. Only you see this name, so you can call it what you want. So I'm going to call it Limitless Lonely. So there's nothing else in it but Limitless. And now, in a moment, you'll see I have two saved carts. And I can take this cart and share the link. So I've copied it. And from there, once you copy that link, you can take that link and you can build into QR codes. You could, we're launching a new printable site, which I'll show in a moment. You can build it on flyers, or you can add it to your app. So let's go back to our app for a second. Okay, just logging in. Here we go. I'm going to share my screen so you can see this. And I know this might be a lot, so you can either work with a person who's maybe done this before, or you can watch the recording. But again, I'm going to click on my app. I'm right back to my profile. So let's say I want to go ahead and add a button. And I'm going to add a button here called Limitless. I like putting in hope 10 for 10% discount. You know, or you can put use hope 10. And then in the link, I'm going to hit copy and paste. Oh, let's see if I may not be able to do that in a share situation because of it's a little different doing it on my phone. Let me see if I can do obviously I didn't test this part out ahead of time. Okay, well, you would put in the link here, and I'm trying to see if I can actually access it because it's saved, but I don't think it will let me save into the phone this way. But you would save it here. I'll try it one more time. No. So say if I hit save, it's going to ask for the link. But if you do this on your phone, so you actually had the link on your phone, you would then go ahead and save it. And when you click on the preview, what you'll see is two buttons. You'll see the first one here. So mine says best starter pack, Hope 10% discount. And it would be another link that would say limitless 10% discount. So now all of a sudden you can build this with a real strategy, depending on as whatever coach, trainer, athlete, whatever your focus is from your client's perspectives. It's a really powerful way to build this out. The last area where you can use this saved cart scenario is we're going to be launching a whole section here at this website called Shop Alovea. So when you go to shopalovea.com, let me see if I can go over here. So when you go to shopalovea.com, right now you're going to see a whole lot of new tools come in here, all new hats, jars, all kinds of stuff with Alovea. And we're launching some really cool Alovea Pro stuff. So maybe you want a cool Alovea Pro's long sleeve shirt, a hat, different colored shirts. So we're launching a bunch of different things. But there's going to be a new section that's going to be called Alovea Print. And in the print section, we're going to have business cards, we're going to have shop, we're going to have postcards. We're even going to look to use like the whole, say you really like the fact sheets. Well, if you want to give out a fact sheet with your custom QR code on it that goes directly to that product, you can create that. And they'll be ordered and shipped directly to you. So by having more these tools that make it simpler for the buyer. So think of your customers when they're leaving the office, or if they're leaving an appointment with you, you want to be able to have a nice display stand, the product showing. All they have to do is scan that QR code. Or, if you're telling them, saying, look, maybe they ask you, what are you drinking? Oh, I drink Elevate Edge every time. Well, can I try some? You let them try it. It can be that simple, but the most important part to have them move forward is give them quick access to place that order. So to be able to have that that card already developed, it can go there, they can learn about the product, they can click, and they don't have to search through a website. The shopping cart's already pre-built for them. So that was a lot of stuff. I hope you guys got some good value. I try to keep these at 30 minutes, see if I have any questions. So glad you're fulfilling and growing our Alovea program. Oh, it's exciting to have you guys here. So we're going to do this every couple of weeks. I'm going to have some other pros joining us and telling them what they're doing that's creating success. And of course, we'll always showcase new pros that are joining. So hope you had a great experience. Look for this recording in the app. So we've just been talking about the app this whole time. So under video, if you scroll over here to video, there's a new section under the videos called pros. I'll scroll down to the bottom, and that's where you'll see the pros training. So look for that. Can't wait to have you guys on our next call, and let's go out there. Let's share Alovea with everyone. Can't wait to see so many more coaches, trainers, athletes, healthcare professionals join us in the next couple of weeks. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.